Hi, you guys. It's me again. I am just stopping by real quick to do a promotion on my book because, hey, I want you guys to buy my book. Okay, so as you can see, this is my book, In Search of You. And this is the workbook that goes with it. Oh, I hate that it does. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Okay. And what I'm doing is you can find my books on Amazon. Okay. You can find it in Kindle. You can find it on Kindle. You can find the book itself on Kindle, but you can't find, oh, there we go. This is not on Kindle. The workbook is not on Kindle, but this is on Kindle. Okay. So I just want to stop by and let's see. Okay. I just want to stop by and kind of give you some, kind of really just promote the book. That's all I'm doing, promoting the book. So, so what I want to do is I basically kind of go through the book a little bit. I can't tell you everything because then if I tell you all about the book, then guess what? You won't buy it. Now, don't you want to buy my book? Don't you want to buy my book? Okay. So let's see here. Let's see here. Let's make sure we got everything going here. Okay. Let me make sure we go over here. Okay. Let's go over here just a little bit. I want to go somewhere real quick. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. There I go. And when I see some issues going on. Okay. So we got a little bit of some issues going on over here on my, let's see. There it goes. Oh. It's live, but it's messed up. I don't know what's going on over here. Okay. Well, you know what? I can't. Okay. Let's see. Let's do it again and see what's going on. There we go. Because at first it was looking kind of shady. Okay. Good. All right. I'm looking at it on my phone over here, then I'm looking over here. So what I want to do is I just want to kind of give you a reason why you need to buy my book, okay? And the workbook to go with it, okay? I don't know why is it doing that. I got to work on my lighting. My lighting is terrible. Let me put it over here. See how it keeps fading in and out? And I don't know why it's doing it. But anyway, this is the book. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. Anyway, hey, book. We can still do this. We can have this done. Right? You guys can see it. Yeah, you guys can. It's kind of a lapse in when I'm on Facebook. Yeah, it's a little lapse. But anyway, so let's talk a little bit about the book again. I am Salita B. McCall. I wrote the book In Search of You. Okay. And I have a workbook to go with it. Okay. You can find these on Amazon. Okay. If you go to Amazon.com, Salita B. McCall, In Search of You, pop up, buy the book. Okay. We also have this book on Kindle. Okay. This is on Kindle. Okay. But the workbook is not because we want you to be able to touch the workbook. Okay. So basically, I wrote this book, if I can remember, I wrote this book because of a lot of experiences I've had in my life, and I thought somebody else needed to hear about my crying and whining, crying about. No, I'm just kidding. No, this book was actually written to help other people, me and other people who are going through life-changing situations. And sometimes we get lost. We get lost in all the craziness that's going on. And we need to be grounded. In the process, sometimes when you're going through something, it feels like you've lost who you are, your self-worth, who you are about. And I thought that was very important that I would write something to help you, okay? Because it's only a guide. It's not something that you're going to become this great person from. I hope you do. But it's just something you can think about, different things that you can think about while you're on this journey of finding your self-worth. And sometimes we need that. We need somebody to be cheering us on and saying, hey, you can do it. I know things are bad right now, but you can do it. I know you're having a hard time right now, but you can do it. And this is basically what this book is. And the workbook is just kind of reiterating what's in the book and kind of breaking down how you really should feel about yourself and being able to, it's almost like a journal. The workbook is almost a film, to me, almost like a journal, because the questions in here, you'll see, I'm going to go over some of the questions in here and you'll see how important it is to kind of write down how you're feeling and what you're going through. Now, and I do advise you to get an erasable pen, because with an erasable pen, you can always change your mind and not mess up your book. You can erase what you said and then go back in there and write it again. So you can always, the book would be very neat and you can keep it in a neat, place and not have it all messed up. Or you can write all over it. But I will suggest a erasable pen for the workbook, okay? And you can even highlight and stuff in the book itself. But the workbook is to go over some of the things that we talked about in the book. And because I'm writing about everybody, but how does it affect you individually? Now, if you're interested in using my book, okay, for your book club or anything like that, let me know, okay? Definitely let me know, and I will work out a discount with you, okay? I'm not going to outright say it's not like I'm doing anything secretive or nothing, but there is a different price for the book if you do it in a group opposed to doing it separately, okay? It's much cheaper to do it by groups or more than one set, because they can be individuals or you can buy them in sets. So it's up to you which way you want to do it, but you get discounts if you buy more than one book. And I'm also doing an autograph copy of the book. So if you're interested in the autograph copy, hit me up. You can hit me up on in my email at SelitaBMcCall@Yahoo. SelitaBMcCall@gmail.com. So you guys have no idea how many email addresses I have. And you can also hit me up on Facebook. You can go on my inbox, Selita B. McCall or Selita McCall. Or you can go to Can't Clip My Wings and leave me a message to my inbox, or you can also go to our website, YouCan'tClipMyWings.com, and leave me some information. Let me know what you're interested in, the book or the workbook or both or the set or more than one. Just let me know, and I will definitely make sure you get a copy, okay? Now, one part in here that really hits me, because when I had my book launching party, if you go back and look at it, I kind of read the introduction and I also talked about the author. So I want to go to one in here that really, when I wrote it, it really hit me. And I found myself needing to do just this. And don't be offended about what I'm about to say to you, okay? This is not to be offended. It's basically something that we all need to do sometime. And let me see. Let me find it in here real quick. Okay. I'm going to say it. Don't be offended. Be quiet. Okay. I got that out. This is not a command. It's an action to self-reflect. Be quiet so that your mind can calm down. Be quiet so that your spirit can heal. Be quiet so that you can count the heartbeats. Be quiet so that you can feel the tension in your muscles relax. Be quiet so that the butterflies in your stomach can slow their fluttering. Be quiet so that you can hear your subconscious speak to only you. Be quiet so that you can visualize your reflections of your life. Be quiet so that you can hear the tears fall down your cheek, giving you a chance to cleanse your spirit of all the negativity and washing away all the darkness in your soul. Be quiet and watch the birds conversate from the trees. Be quiet so the unanswered questions can be heard and the answers found is what you were searching for. Can you really be quiet? Not just stop talking, but be quiet to hear you. I would suggest that you write down what you hear in your silence, evaluate it, and if you have to go back and read it over and over again. When you're quiet, what do you hear? Do you hear your stomach rumbling? Can you hear your heartbeat? Can you hear how the blood rushes through your veins? Can you hear that? Can you hear your nerves? Can you literally stop everything, find a quiet place, and just listen? I promise you, you can. I promise you, you can. You'd be surprised. Do you know when you're meditating, you're being quiet, and you hear everything? You can hear everything, your heart, the whole 9 yards. So in that time that you're listening to all of this, what are you doing? What are you truly doing? Are you thinking? Are you reevaluating some of the decisions you made? Are you smiling in your mind, thinking about happiness? What are you thinking when you just be quiet? And can you do it? Can you take time out of your busy day and just be quiet? We all should be able to do that. If you only can do it for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and just let everything sit still for just a moment. Can you do it? I'm telling you guys, it can be done. Okay? So what I want to do is, since I talked about be quiet in here, let's see what the workbook says about being quiet. What coincides with that? Let's see. Wow. Hold up. It must be back this way. Here we go. Okay, so in the book, there is 5 questions for Be Quiet section. It says, number 1 says, define be quiet from your perspective. What does it mean to be quiet? Okay. Number 2 says, we all need a be quiet moment. When do you give yourself a be quiet moment? If so, how do you feel afterwards? How are you feeling after you do that? Okay. Number 3 is be quiet can mean many things. Name 5 things that will lead to you and your be quiet time. Are you stressed out? Could be 1. Having a bad day, a death in the family, a breakup, a sick family member, you being sick. Those 5 things right there that you can write down that will lead you to a be quiet moment. Number 4 says, when you be quiet, make sure to journalize that moment. So if you find a quiet place to go, take your journal with you and sit down and write your thoughts out. Remember, I told you it's very important that we write out our thoughts. Okay? And the last question is, did you find this moment difficult to maintain, and why? Was it hard? Was the dog barking? Was the kids knocking on the door trying to get in there? I know I've heard from mothers who say they go in the bathroom. It seems to be the only place that she gets privacy from. So she'll go in the bathroom, close the door, and lock the door, and not talk to anybody, because that was the only time that she could just, like, after a long day of everything, that's her quiet place. Or some people go in the closet. They find the closet to be more healing. I mean, that's what they do. They go in the bathroom. In the closet, and just sit, okay, in the floor, just for that quiet time. So was it difficult to maintain that? Or was what was going on in your head stopping you from literally being quiet? Or, like I said, knocking on the door, honey, can you get my suit ready for tomorrow? Kids crying, oh, Joey's keep hitting me. I'm just kidding, but it's just funny how lots of times when you need that moment and you can't get it, but you need to make sure you're doing that for yourself, if nothing else. Now, in the process of me doing the Be Quiet, I found this picture that I took of my sister. Can you see that? I thought this was such a pretty picture to put in there. And that's her walking on the beach in the water. And I thought that was so appropriate for this part of the book, for the Be Quiet time. Okay, another one, and it's a chapter right behind it, and it's called Give Yourself Time. And I'm not going to stay on here long, but it's called Give Yourself Time. Okay. Give yourself time to think, to heal, to love, to cry, to make mistakes, and then learn from them. Time is important for many reasons, and those reasons will play a role in your journey to loving yourself. Time can be your friend or your enemy. It's all up to you. Giving yourself time to think. Your thoughts can affect how you feel about what you want, who you want to be, and where you want to go. Thinking can also give you a reason to make changes in your life if the changes are needed. Thinking has a way of allowing your self-inventory and self-discovery to take place. Thinking can also give you power to make decisions that will help you feel complete. Your thoughts are so important, and realize they can become the major reason you either remain the same or you become elevated and change. Time to heal. You honestly need time to heal from your hurts, a bad breakup, a loss of a job, broken friendships, family problems, and financial issues. Healing is very much needed, especially when so much is going on. I personally had to really work hard on healing, especially after I was raped in the military. I didn't think I deserved to heal, that blaming myself was my punishment. So healing was not in my book. When I realized that I no longer have to feel guilty about the rape, I started to heal. Timing was everything. It took me many, many years to heal. I still have my moments, and I work through those moments. When I was about to get married, I felt that I didn't deserve to be loved enough to have a husband and a happy life. But time allowed me to heal and be happy during my marriage. When a tragedy such as rape, it's different. It's a different type of timing that is needed to heal. So many things have to take place. So much has to be taken away from you. The main thing that was stolen is my power. You find yourself spending many years trying to regain it back. This is why we have to go through what we call the process. Everyone's story is different. Some people are still in the process of healing. Some people haven't started haven't started the process, and they spend more time avoiding the inevitable. Some become comfortable in their misery, and that is why we have to end this cycle and begin to heal. You deserve time to love. Loving yourself should be the first thing you learn to do, no matter how long it will take you. Loving you has to be a priority. We often make decisions that don't give us time to think it through before we all call ourselves in love. Our very need to be loved has us making many mistakes, incorrect clues, signs, actions, or thought processes, and our very own definition of love, which can have its hurts and disillusioned, depressed, that can leave you, hurt, disillusioned, depressed, and not really feeling anything resembling what love is. When you take time to love yourself, you can easily love others and find satisfaction in all your relationships because of the fact you finally put yourself first. Before you love anyone else, you must love yourself. My struggles with loving myself had to stop when I realized blaming myself for what happened to me was the reason I couldn't love me. It got easier when I took a moment and looked within myself. And when I could say I love you to me, and that I was worthy of love, things started to change for me. I became empowered, and I was ready to make the leap and love someone else with all of me. Allowing yourself room to love you is such an important step in giving yourself time to improve yourself. And lastly, give yourself time to cry. It's important to cleanse the spirit and your soul. There is no specified time to cry, but I will advise you to cry for a time and then move on. You are on a mission to find yourself. So crying can give you a clear path on your journey. While you're crying, concentrate on what, why, and who are you crying for. We found out that timing is everything, and it gives you time to think, heal, love, and cry. It's nothing to be ashamed of, especially when you're in the process of finding yourself. So, those are 2 chapters right behind each other in the book. Be quiet and give yourself time that you guys can really delve into. Now, I'm going to go over here and let's see. let's talk about the question, give yourself time. Define time from your perspective. What is time to you, in other words? Number 2 is, in what ways would you give yourself time to think, heal, love, and cry? Explain each. Number 3 is, name some things that will prevent you from giving yourself time. Number 4 is, how important is your time to you? Number 5 is, do you think that others allow you to give yourself time? Why or why not? So those are the questions that go with give yourself time. So that is an excerpt from my book. I don't want to wind up reading you the whole book, but I do definitely want to give you some reason why you want the book. Okay? I do want to do that. Okay? So I want to say thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you want a copy of the workbook, if you want a copy of the book itself, In Search of You, please go to our Amazon page, Salida B. McCall, In Search of You, or you can hit me up and I can get you some copies. My copies I can autograph. The ones that you order on Amazon are not going to be autographed, but the ones that I have here, I can autograph them for you. So if you're interested in one, please let me know. Hit me up. There's several places you can hit me up. You can hit me in my inbox here on You Can't Clip My Wings. You can hit me on my Facebook page, Salida McCall inbox. You can also go to our website, which is youcan'tclipmywings.com, and hit me up in the contact, and I'll definitely get to you. Or, like I said, you can go on Amazon. If you want to buy the books for a group, let me know, because there is a discount that goes with this. Okay? If you want to, I was messing with that. If you want to get a copy, if you want more than one copy and you want to do it for a group, say 5 or 10, whatever, both books, you can definitely hit me up and we can talk about a discount. Also, I'm advising or I'm suggesting that you get a erasable pen. So if you do it as a group, get you a pack of erasable pens so that the members of your group can use the book over and over again. Because, hey, you paid for it. And if you want them all autographed, you guys, come on. There's a different price for that too. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I think this is so fun. I really do. I still got to work on some stuff. I got to work on some lighting and stuff. But I'm going to get it worked out. I don't want to get it all worked out. But again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me here. Thank you guys. If you were on the show this morning, if you watched our show this morning, Frank in the Morning, Keeping It Frank in the Morning. Thank you guys for hanging out with us then. That was the first show. I'm excited for our next show, which is Thursday. And as you can see, you will be seeing me on here a lot more. So I have a goal to have these books sold. I have a goal that a group of women would love to do these books. A group of teenagers can do them because they're not adult mattered books. I mean, anybody from 18 on up can do it. Well, I say I can go from 15. Let's go from 15. Can actually use these books. Okay? So if you have a group of teenage girls who want to do the books, let me know. That would be cute to do for your daughters. If they, since we're in a COVID-19 phase 2 here, this would be a great thing to do. A group of you guys get together and use my books, go through them, see if at the end they help you. There are exercises, I think, in the end of the workbook. Is it the workbook? No. Oh, yes, it is. At the end of the workbook, there are actually different exercises you can do. Now, I'm going to forever talk about the pledge because there is a pledge in the back, and I didn't do the pledge. I apologize for that. I'm getting ready to kick you guys out, but I need to do the pledge. Now, the pledge says, I, Salida McCall, have decided to put a hedge around myself to protect my well-being, my emotions, and my sanity. I will put myself first without feeling as though I don't deserve it. Okay? I will check on my own, the healthiness of my emotions in all situations. I will step away when needed to ground myself. I will tell myself how important I am to me. I will either accept or change anything about me that I am uncomfortable with. I will comfort myself and I will give myself time to heal, think, love, and cry, and not feel as though I am not deserving of any of it. I will demand respect and I will not be devalued by others' views of me. So that is the pledge that you will have to take if you do this book, if you actually purchase this book. And I think this will be wonderful. Everybody stands up and probably do the pledge first before you go through the book. So you can say, hey, you guys, oh, that's me. Oh, I look so cute. I'm just kidding. Okay, what I'm saying is when you get in your little group, and you say, you guys pick up your workbook and I want you to go to the back. Before we get started, let's go over the pledge first and foremost. So you look at the pledge and you actually read the pledge out loud. Okay? And then go through reading the book and see how that pledge makes you feel. So if I do this again, I definitely need to do the pledge first. Okay? So I want to say, I know you guys, I know my laptop is there. I just noticed that, okay? So what I'm saying to you guys is make sure you probably try doing the pledge first. Don't forget to get erasable pens. So if it's a question or a comment in there that you want to change, you can change it instantly. And actually discuss your answers with the group if you feel the need to do that. You don't have to do it, but I would do it. If I'm in a group setting, I would definitely answer these questions out loud. I would. I would take turns and go through the book and then kind of break it down and get an understanding that you can understand. Because I try to make it where, anybody could read this book. I didn't want to make it complicated. I didn't want to use no big words, because I want anybody to be able to read this and get some comprehension out of it and use it. That's the whole purpose. Okay? Or you can give it to someone as a gift. This would be a wonderful gift to a friend, a girlfriend who, probably going through something. This would be wonderful to give them this. So this is In Search of You, a guide to finding your self-worth after life-changing events. Okay? So again, here's the workbook and the book itself. And you guys can definitely get them. Go to Amazon, or you can you can hit me up. I'm sorry, I forgot just that quick. You can hit me up. So you guys have a great evening. Thank you for hanging out with me. Bye-bye.